Alright guys, this is our last video that we have. This is the culture of East Asia, and we're just looking at just a few pieces of it. We're not really going into a whole lot of depth here. We will come back and look at a little bit more of the culture. We're just trying to give you some overview things before we get more particulars on another day. So the first thing we need to do is copy down this definition, cultural diffusion. We've talked about it before, but we're going to talk about it again. It's taking an aspect of culture and adopting it into your own. So what you see here is this is a McDonald's. Always see the golden arches. And the language it's written in is in Arabic. Now, when you go to different parts of the world, you're going to see restaurants are the same in title, but not always in the products that you see. And what we have here is in McDonald's and other parts of the world, they don't serve some of the same things because they don't eat the same types of food. So cultural diffusion is taking one aspect of culture and adopting it into your own. We need to have that definition it's in our mind the whole time because that's what's going to play a major role in everything that we do for the rest of this lesson. So examples of cultural diffusion in East Asia today. You can see food companies in China included by many different historical landmarks. And what we're going to see here is these are temples. These temples are different churches, as we would see in America. And they have McDonald's or KFCs built into them due to the fact that they're very popular with the food. Many people really like the different types of food. And so they're going to put them anywhere they can, just trying to make money. And so you can see a lot of capitalism behind it as well. Another example that we have is cultural diffusion with teenagers listening to American music. If you look at this newspaper, it says Bob Dylan. I know many of you do not know who he is, but he is a musician from America that's been popular for decades now. He started in the 60s or so, and he's still very popular today. And so what you're going to see is many people go to these different American concerts. Rap music, rock music, they're very, very popular in China and Japan today. And so people really do try to go to as many concerts as they can. And when musicians go there, they make a big tour because they know they can make a lot of money because of their popularity. And then another one is kind of a different type of cultural diffusion, and it's where Americans are using traditional medicines or treatments from the East, like in China and Japan, to cure ailments in our world. What you can see here is in this picture, this is called acupuncture. And what happens is, say you have a soreness, you can go see a doctor. They can give you Advil or aspirin, and you see just a small result making you feel better. But what you can have in acupuncture is they stick needles into your body and to the sore parts, and it's supposed to relieve the stress that you feel in there. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I really don't want to have a whole lot of needles in me. But that's one of the things that are happening. Also, you have a thing called holistic medicine. And this is where they give you different types of herbs or fruits or vegetables or meats, different animals to eat. And it's supposed to help you out in many different ways. And so you see a lot of Americans starting to adopt the same type of medicine just because they want to have a different opportunity to try to make themselves healthy. So these are different examples of how cultural diffusion has crisscrossed between America and East Asia. The next one that we're going to look at, just real quick, we're just going to look at the religions of East Asia. So when you see the different religions, you need to make sure that you list out who they were, all the information that you see, you need to list out as well. And draw a little picture to represent it. You'll see some pictures on here as well. The first religion that we have is Taoism. It is founder of Lao Tse. A lot of times called Lao Tzu as well. The main principle in this religion is to live in harmony. This picture is called the yin yang. And what it is that everything is harmony. You can see that the picture is exactly the same, except part is black, part is white. It's your good and your evil working against each other. You need to keep everything in harmony. If the bad side starts overwhelming you, then you can see a lot of bad things happening with your health, with your friends, your family, all this stuff. And so we're going to try to keep everything in balance. A perfectly balanced, harmonious life leads to a lot of production and a lot of good things in your life later on. It's going to be originally founded in China, and then it's going to spread because that's how cultural diffusion works. It spreads from one region to another to another. The next sort of religion, and this one's not, I don't know if we can really consider it a religion, but it's still used and it is very important in China still today. It's called Confucianism. It was founded by a guy named Confucius. Now, he worked for the government of China, and what he wanted to do was to find a way to put the best people in the best positions. And so he's trying to create a perfect society. He's the reason he made a lot of people take these things called civil service exams to get any job with the government. You had to take a test. If you passed the test with a certain score, congratulations, you got that job. If you did not score very well, then you needed to come and take another test until you find something that you are good for as far as your job goes. It still plays a major role today, and I say we could probably blame him for why you have to take so many tests in school. It's so that way you can get a great job. I'm just kidding. It won't be that. It's not his fault. And the last religion that we have is Buddhism. We're going to start looking at a little bit of this today, and then when we talk about India later on, we'll also talk about Buddhism because that's where it's really going to be founded at. But the founder is a guy named Siddhartha Gautama. And what he did is he prayed underneath a Bodhi tree for 40 days, I think. And no eating, no drinking for 40 days, trying to reach this thing called enlightenment. Enlightenment means that you understand everything that God has for you. This is different than Christianity, Islam, or Judaism, and it's completely foreign to a lot of us still today. It was founded in India originally, and it spread. And all three of these religions spread out of China or out of India along the Silk Road. And we need to know that the Silk Road helped with cultural diffusion because you had so many different groups talking with each other. And like I said, we'll go more in specifics when we talk about religion, when we talk about India. Okay? So these are the three religions that we have to know. They came and it really affected China because of the Silk Road. All right? And again, there's a little quiz for you to take, and I need you to make sure you use your notes, take it, do well. And if you have any questions, please raise your hand.